Moving on to some more international news now. Now, a fresh diplomatic row has erupted between Iran and Qatar over the fate of 3 Iranian military pilots. Iran has claimed that 3 pilots were captured by the Qatari forces after the aircraft was shot down during a March mission over Qatar. Now, Tehran has also appealed to the International Committee of the Red Cross for their release. Qatar, however, has strongly denied any sort of allegations such as these, holding the pilots, calling the Iranian claims absolutely misleading. Doha also said that its forces responded after an Iranian aircraft violated Qatari airspace and failed to respond to attempts to establish contact with the Iranian pilots. Qatar also added that search and rescue operations were carried out. Later, they also recovered the remains of 1 pilot and that it contacted Iran to coordinate the handover of the remains of the pilot. Now, the conflicting claims between both the sides have added just another layer of tension to an already volatile situation in the Gulf region. Now, with the fate of the remaining Iranian pilots at the center of the controversy. So, of course, Iran continues to demand Qatar that they must hand over the other pilots, which Iran assumes that has been captured and kidnapped by Qatar. I have my colleague Brian Thomas joining us live to get us more details on this. Brian, of course, conflicting claims from both the sides. There was a breach in the airspace of Qatar, but Qatar said that it tried to engage the target. 1 pilot was killed, even the remains were handed over, but it has no clue about the whereabouts of the other missing Iranian pilots. What are the details that you are getting?
Well, yes, clearly, like you mentioned, as of now, Qatar has denied Iran's claim that 3 Iranian pilots were captured alive after their fighter jets were hit during the March mission over Qatar. Doha clearly stated that definitely, yes, the pilots had violated Qatari airspace and failed to respond to repeated attempts to contact them. Now, Qatar has made it very clear that search and rescue teams later discovered the remains of 1 pilot, and post that Doha also contacted Iran to coordinate the handover. Iran, however, maintains that all 3 pilots were captured alive and has asked the International Committee of the Red Cross, that is also the ICRC, to intervene and help determine their fate. Now, very importantly, we also need to know, and this is for perspective to our viewers who are watching us, clearly this dispute does come amid the wider regional conflict that is triggered by US and Israeli strikes on Iran, followed by Iranian strikes that happened on targets in Israel and US military facilities across the very Gulf. Yes.
Right. Thank you so much, Brian. But